Austere. There are budgetary challenges all over the country, and we're faced with that because we do have a great deal of uncertainty and, quite frankly, animosity that's coming from the federal government.
Yeah,
Those are all complicated matters that have made this effort a bit more challenging.
They always want to blame the government, the federal government, for them to raise the tax, right? They always got to blame Trump on why they're raising the tax. Pritzker just did it, and now Chicago wants to do it. I'm just going to put that out there for y'all.
And yes, we have to get this right, and we have to do it with some expediency. I actually believe that more and more people are going to begin to experience the failures of this administration at the federal level, but it's going to take a collective response of working people across this country to stand up to this tyrannical administration.
Tyrannical?
Maybe
get out of
the
here.
The sinister man, orange man bad, made you put the $20 million in for the South Side organizing project. Wow. This night just keeps getting more and more amazing. I can't. Oh, wait, hang on. I bet Donald Trump called the mayor of Chicago and asked him to tax everybody in Illinois.
Facts.
Is that what? Can we get a confirmation? We'll call Steve Miller to say, yep, you got to do this, Mr. Mayor, you got to do it.
Let's blame Donald.
Think about what you are doing. Think about it. Every mom who is late at work with a newborn at home, taxed. Every senior citizen who can't go out of the house, taxed.
These are, individuals that have done exceptionally well. And I know there's been some conversations about a millionaire's tax and other forms of progressive taxation that challenges the ultra rich to pay their fair share. As far as some of these other
they already paying their fair share.
Ideas that don't get at what I want us to get at, which is to challenge the ultra wealthy in this state to pay more. I have not taken a firm position, and I just think that it's important that, we come up with solutions that are sustainable and that they don't overwhelm, the pocketbooks of working people.
We are behind the 8 ball in part because of management. We have seen the mayor fail to get down to Springfield in a timely manner and once again miss the boat on finding those revenue sources that we are going to need as a city to close this potentially $980 million budget gap.
We know that there's a lot of fluff and a lot of.
Don't you mean $2 million? $2 billion?
We didn't look to do any of those cuts and efficiencies as we were pushing forward, and that really put us in that position. So I don't think it's really, I don't know if it's strategic, but you guys are trying to shift the blame on the city council for the downgrade instead of accepting the responsibility for the budget that was presented.
All right. You heard it here first, folks. Your boy, Brandon Johnson, attack again. He want to tax more people, potentially. Let's just say that's what he want to do. Because Pritzker just ended up taxing all of us anyway. So, after Pritzker hit you with a tax, Chicago wanted to hit you with the tax. Boy, Chicago is finna be so high price, it's finna be ridiculous, bro. I guarantee you it's gonna be so high priced in Chicago. People be like, oh, my house value went up. No, your property taxes went up, sir. It's time to get evicted. You can't afford to stay here anymore, okay? That's what's really about to happen. They finna tax you out of house of a home, in a home. They got to, because that's the way they think. Let's blame the orange guy, all right? Let's blame the orange guy and let's tax all our people out of a house and a home, and let's say the orange dude did it. He forced our hands to tax the ultra rich and everybody else, the middle class, right? He didn't force you to do that. Your lack of budgeting and finances is the reason why you're taxing people. And these people don't get no more return. What happened to all the what happened to all the marijuana tax y'all getting from us, bro? Where did that go? Last year was the highest year from marijuana tax since we've had it. Where is that money going to, bro? Y'all not saying where it's going. Y'all overtax. It's like 30% for real. 30%. 30 to 36%. Bro, it's high as hell. The tax is super duper high. Where's the money going? I want to know. We need Doge in Illinois. You know. And another thing is, too, I want to add. I do not agree with overtaxing the ultra rich. Oh, they need to pay their fair share. Are they not already paying their fair share? They pay what they need to pay based on the tax bracket or the tax code. Whatever they doing adequately. What Illinois is doing is just forcing billionaires and millionaires that you're going to want to tax. You're forcing them out. They have the money to move, and they will move. There's better states to move to. They'll just move their whole business to another state. They'll go across the tracks to Indiana, and they'll move to another state and pay their state taxes. And then who are you going to tax? You're going to be like, oh, let's go tax the public again. Let's tax the middle class again because all the billionaires left because we're overtaxing them over some nonsense. We're not incentivizing them to be rich. So they like, oh, well, let's protect my money that I earned and go to a state that respects me. Florida, Indiana, stuff like that. Let's protect our money. But they're like, oh, they're not going to move the whole company. Yes, they will. They'll move the whole company. They'll fire everybody. So you cause jobs because of the tax so high. See, you're penalizing the middle class, then you penalize the high class. Let's penalize the rich and the middle class. That's trying to get money. Where's the incentive for me to even try to become better than I am? Oh, there is no incentive. My incentive is just to do what I'm doing, basic, everyday stuff. Instead, incentivize me to become something great in this world, for real. So I'll pay, you're going to pay more taxes anyway because you making more money. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section about this. Your boy Brandon Johnson, he's on one again. And I like the way he articulated stuff. I can be, objective. I like the way he, articulated himself, being a school teacher and not even being from Chicago. But what can you do, man? This is why y'all gotta act, and y'all gotta act now because these people are putting laws in order for temporary things. Trump is not gonna be there forever. Their taxes are not even set in stone for Trump yet, but they're already putting tax in stone for the state of Illinois and Chicago, and then they say Donald Trump is the reason why. What if those taxes don't go through for real? What if those tariffs don't go through for Trump? Because the judges keep blocking it, and it never goes through. So we just get an increase in all our shit. Y'all tell me what y'all think. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go.